Hey guys, welcome to Chinese Made Easy with Xiaosun, and here is the first episode of Basic Chinese with Sketch, and the topic today is 身体部位, which means body parts. So before we start our learning today, we would have to first know one word in Chinese, that is 人. In the second tongue, right? And this word, it means people or human. We have to know this word because like all the body parts today we are gonna learn, it's human's body part, right? And again, like I guess probably the character 人 is the first character you guys would learn when you are learning Chinese, right? And here we have an easy way to remember this word 人. That is, if you use your imagination, you would feel like the character 人, it just looks like a human, right? It looks like a human who is like working, but with no hand, right? You see, this is a guy and he is working. That's it. He probably have his hand in his pocket. That's it. That is human. Okay, then we would go to the topic of today, 身体部位. What we have here, 身体. I will write it down. Okay, it looks like this, and its pinyin is like 身体. This word it simply means your body, and then 部位. That means part or parts. And 身体 here, body. Okay, now we know how to say human, body, and part in Chinese, but there is one thing that we need to notice, that is in Chinese, we do not connect directly the two words 人 and 身体, nor 人 and 部位. What does that mean? That means in Chinese, you would never hear somebody say 人身体 nor 人部位. That's just not how we say it in Chinese. But you would hear people say 身体部位. These two are like usually connected with each other, but we do not connect 人 and 身体. I mean directly, though we have some other ways to connect, but we do not like connect them directly, say 人身体. No, that's not how we say Chinese. And again, we do not connect 人部位. We would never say 人部位 in Chinese. Okay, and so we can get started. Now, I would start from a head. Right, so that is the first body part for today. It is a head, and it's a head. And the word for head in Chinese, actually, it is quite easy, and it's easy to pronounce and easy to write. It is called 头. It is right. It is written this way, and this pinyin looks like you can guess 头, right? It's the second tongue. 头. Okay, and we have 头 here. Then if we go down, we will notice this guy. Wow, okay. We found he has a neck, right? And interestingly, in Chinese, we have two ways to say neck. And the first way is a little bit difficult. It's like this. and its pronunciation, I guess it's also a little bit more difficult for foreigners to pronounce because its pronunciation is like 井 because we have a like back nasal sound here, right? But like if you're just a beginner, I don't think you have to worry too much about the nasal sound. Just pronounce as it is, 颈, right? And it means your neck. But luckily, because the word is difficult to write and pronounce, right? But luckily, we have another way to say neck in Chinese, and that way is actually much more commonly used in daily life. That is 脖子. I would write it down. It looks like and its pinyin is like 脖子. Some people may get confused here because you're like taught that all Chinese characters have 4 tones, right? But here, like you see, there is no tone here because it is a like neutral tone, and this usually happens at the end of a vocabulary. Just means this like pronunciation or this character do not have any stress on it. We would just pronounce it like gently, slightly. We would say 脖子. That's it, because the character here 子, right? Actually, it's formal, or its formal pronunciation is 子. It is like the third tone. But here in this vocabulary, we do not pronounce it as 子, the third tone. We just call it 脖子. That's it. And we go on to this guy's arm, I think. I will finish the first part of this guy is his chest. Okay, his body. Okay, and his arms. Okay. Okay, and here we will start from the chest. You see, he has a chest, and in Chinese, chest we have just one word for it. That is 胸. Its pinyin is like this. 胸, the first tone. And here I'm gonna write this word. You guys could like look at it carefully because it might be a little bit difficult to write. It is like this. Yeah, it's like this. This is 胸, chest in Chinese. And then here's a tip. If you guys are clever enough, I bet you have found something interesting, because in the character 脖, right? In the character 脖, you will see that the left part, right? The left part, it is a 月, right? Maybe you do not know its meaning, but I will just highlight it, right? And then you would notice in the word 胸, in the character 胸, the left part is exactly the same, right? 月. Here, I'm not gonna expand too much, but just a quick explanation. This part you see in the left part of all these characters, it itself is a word, or it is a character, which means moon. But when you see the word moon, the word 月, right, in the the part of another character, especially in the left part of a character, that would indicate that this character is related with organs, or it is related with meat, or anything else related like this, or anything else like this. Okay, and then we go on. Here we are talking about the right? The and in Chinese we have just one word for Again, it's a little bit hard to write. Okay, I will change it. This. It's a little bit hard to write. It looks like this. Right, and it is called B. Right, and again, if you're careful enough, I bet you have noticed it has a yue here, right? It also has a yue here, which indicate this word has something to do with the organ or the body part, or just simply with meat, right? And but in oral Chinese or in speaking, we don't solely use the word bi for usually we would say 手臂. It will look like this. And here the character 手, right? It just means hand. It just means hand. Then if you put 手, hand, together with 臂, arm, again this vocabulary just means arm. And actually this second expression is more commonly used in daily life. When we are talking, we would not solely use be to indicate or to imply the instead we are more likely to use 手臂. Okay, and then we go on to finish this guy's hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and this is this guy's hand. I guess you already know how to say his hand, right? Because we have learned it here. Then it is 手. Yes, it is 手. Just that simple. Hand. Right. Okay, I will write it like in pinyin here. 手, the third tone. Okay. And then we go on to the middle of this guy, right? Here we have to notice we have two new words here. This part, this middle part, it is like in English it is belly, right? It is belly. And in Chinese, again, we have two ways to express this part. The first one is 腹. Okay, this word again, it's a little bit hard to write. 腹. Right, the character 腹 itself just simply means belly. But again, in reality, we seldom use the word 腹 alone. We would usually use another character. We would usually add another character after 腹, that is 不. If we add these two characters together, they're just 腹部, right? Yeah, it just means belly. And again, if you remember this word 不, actually this character also appears in another word, which is 部位, right? If you remember 部位 means part, right? Then we have 腹部, right? So that is belly part. It just means belly, right? And if you feel like this vocabulary is hard to remember, again, luckily we have another alternative here that is in Chinese 肚子. 肚子, which is much easier to pronounce and write, which is much easier to write at least here. Yeah, that's it. 肚子. Right, and interestingly again, the character 肚 itself already means belly, or sometimes it also means stomach, but here it just means belly. And we have to remember that when we are talking about one's neck, right, 脖子, here 子, it is like pronouncing neutral tone, which means it do not have any like one of the four tones. And here 肚子 have the same like situation. Here 子, right, 子, this character itself, it should be pronounced as the third tone 子, right, but here it is like it does not have that tone. It's just 肚子. That's it. Okay, and then if we go on, this guy, he have a pretty waist here, right? He have the waist here, and in Chinese, waist, it is 腰. Oh, sorry, I will write it again. 腰. Here, the first tone. That's it. 腰. Okay, and again, just to mention, did you see the 月 here? Right? Did you see the 月 here? Which indicate, oh, okay, so this word has something to do with organ, meat, or just body part. Okay, and then if we go on, we give this guy 2 legs here. We're gonna leg. Right, okay, so his thigh here, right, and his shin here. Okay, and he's gonna have his foot, another foot. Okay, so for the leg here, right, in Chinese, we simply have one word for it. That is 腿. If I write it down, it would look like. Okay, and its pinyin is like 腿. And again, you would notice that it has a 月 here, right, which indicates, well, okay, it's a body part, it's something with meat or something like related with organ. That's it, 腿. But if you insist that you would call like the two parts of a leg separately, we also have a way in English, right? In English, this part it is called thigh, right? And this part is called shin, right? But in Chinese, actually it is easier to to distinguish, because here we have to learn 2 words first. We just learn 2 words first. The first one is 大, and the second one is 小. 大 just simply means big, and 小 means small, right? So here, if you put 大 before 腿, then you would have 大腿, right? I will write it down. It looks like 大腿, right? Right, just means the bigger part of your leg, then that is thigh, right? And for the shin, it's just like 小腿. 小腿 just means like the smaller part of your leg, right? 小腿. So it looks like this 小腿, right? 小腿. That's it, and we have 大腿 and 小腿, we have 腿 here. So let's go to the last part for today's class. That is this guy's foot, right? In Chinese, again, we have one character for this part. That is 脚, 脚, and it's written in this way. And the pinyin is like 脚. Yeah, that's it. 脚 means foot. And again, just to repeat again, like you would see a 月 here, right? Which indicates, oh, okay, it's something related to meat, organ, or just body part. Okay, so I think here we have finished all the parts that you need to know about a human in Chinese, right? Okay, let's just have a quick review. We have 人, 身体, 部位, right? We have 头, we have 颈, we have 脖子, we have 胸 here, and we have 臂, 手臂, 手, 腹部, or 肚子, which is much more commonly used. And we have 腰 here, and just to like just remember these are, oh sorry, just to remember like these are not part of the word. Okay, here are just some signs. This is here's the word 腰, and then we go on. We have 腿, right? We have 大腿, we have 小腿, and then we have 脚 here. Okay, I think that's all, and that's all for today. And thank you.